Hello students, welcome to Sri classes. Lecture number 2, chapter number 14, statistics. In the first lecture we saw how to calculate the mean for different type of data. In this, let us discuss what is median and how to calculate the median for raw data, ungrouped data and the grouped data with exclusive, that is continuous group data. So these are the three things which we are going to discuss. Basically in this section now we will study what is median and how to calculate for the different type of data. How to define a median? See, median is the middlemost value of the distribution, or if the data is given to you, then median should be, or the median is that representative value which is the middlemost value of the observations, given observations. And hence we say it is the middlemost value of the distribution and it divides the given data into two equal parts, that you should remember. For raw data, how to calculate the median? Steps are there, 3 steps. The step number 1, arrange the data x1, x2, x3 either in the ascending order or in the descending order. That is the first step. Step 2, find the number of observations n. And step 3, for calculation of the median here, it depends upon the value of the observations. If n is odd, then one formula. If n is even, then the other formula. That means if n is odd, then the median will be n plus 1 by 2th observations. N plus 1 by 2 the observations. Case number 2, if n is even, then the median will be the average of n by 2th term and n by 2 plus 1th term. I hope you are able to understand. The average of these two terms are nothing but this plus this, the whole divided by 2, and therefore we consider as half into n by 2th term plus n by 2 plus 1th term. So this is how we calculate the median for raw data. Let me take examples now. Couple of examples I would like to take it from R.D. Sharma. Find the median marks. I'll take one example. Find median of marks obtained by students. Find the median of marks obtained by students, and the marks are given as 34, 32, 48, 34, 32, 48, 38, 24, 30, 27, 21 and 35. How many observations are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9, I think, did we correct? It is correct. 9 observations are there. So we are taking the first example where n is equal to odd here. Let us see how to calculate the median. Apply the steps over here. See, these are the marks obtained by by students, and we need to find out the median of these marks. Median of these marks. Step number 1, arrange the data in either ascending or descending order. So solution, arranging data in ascending order. Ascending order of data. Let us arrange this in the ascending order. So check this one. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, no, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 48. I hope it is correct. Let me check the number of observations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Exactly. So we have arranged the data in the ascending order. Step 2. Find the number of observations. Here n equals 9, which is odd. If it is odd, then the formula, that is case number 1, n plus 1 by 2th term is the median. So median is equal to n plus 1 by 2th term or observations. So this is 9 plus 1 by 2th term, which is equal to 10 by 2th term, which is 5th term. So what is the 5th term? Count from here in the ascending order or descending order, whichever we have arranged. From there, from the left hand side, we have to count the 5th term. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the median here. Median is equal to 32. See here, this 32 divides the entire range of observations into 2 equal parts. For example, if you look at here, how many observations are behind or below 32? 1, 2, 3, 4. Above 32, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the median exactly divides the given distribution or the given data into 2 equal parts. So in case of the number of observations is odd, this is how we can calculate the median. So first you make a note of this one, and then I will take one more example where even numbers are considered. First make a note of this one. Now let me take another example. It is find the median of daily wages of workers from the following data. One more example. Find median of daily wages. Find the median of daily wages of workers from the following data. So the data given to you here is the wages are in rupees. Okay, this is 820 correct. Wages 20, 25, 17, 18, 8, 15, 22, 11, 9 and 14. Okay, so let us see how many observations are there. Check it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are 10 observations, and therefore the formula to calculate the median would be case 2 over here. If n is equal to even, then it will be the average of n by 2th term and n by 2 plus 1th term. So let us follow the steps once again. Solution. In this case, the first one, find n. Here n equals, what is n equals here? 10. Now we have to arrange the data in ascending order. Ascending order of data is, what is the ascending order? Let us start with the least one, 9 here. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Any other thing? 25. And after writing this one, ensure that you check once again, count and check once again the total number of observations. because there could be a possibility of errors in this or making a mistake. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I missed one observation. We require 10, isn't it? So did I miss 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 observations? One more is required, and therefore always it is preferable to count it once again. So let us see once again. 9, 11, 14, 15, 16 is not there, 17 only once, 18, 8. 8 is missing. This is 8 here. So I hope you are able to understand. So now check once again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, barabar aa gaya abhi. Next step, what is the second? Already we have found out. Step 1, arrange the data. Step 2, find out n, which is even here. Even. And step 3, median is equal to half of, if it is even, then the median should be the average of n by 2th term and n by 2 plus 1th term. So half of n by 2th term plus n by 2 plus 1th term. Okay, so here this is half. What is n here? N is equal to 10. So this is 10 by 2th term plus 10 by 2 plus 1. 10 by 2 plus 1th term. Okay, so this will be half into bracket 5th term plus 2, 10 by 2 is 5, 5 plus 1, 6th term. 6th term, which is half. Count the 5th term from the left here, where in the arranged data. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the 5th term and this is the 6th term. So x5 and x6 also I can write it, and therefore 15 plus 17, which is equal to half into 32, which is 16, and therefore median is equal to 16 is the, so this entire distribution, 16 is the median which divides this entire distribution into two parts basically. See here, whenever you have even numbers, then there are two middle values, and the average of the two middle values gives you the median. So I hope you have understood. Make a note of this one. Now after this one, we will go to the tabulated data, that is how to calculate the median for discrete frequency distribution table. So make a note of all these things. Now we will study how to find out the median of ungrouped data, which is also called the discrete frequency distribution. Remember that this is also called a discrete frequency distribution table, or it is also called it is called ungrouped data, tabulated data. This kind of data is also called tabulated data. Here for example, these are the marks obtained by different students and the total number of students. Such table is called the discrete frequency distribution table. So what are the steps to find out the median in this case? To find the median, the first step in this is we have to prepare a cumulative frequency distribution table. That means another additional column need to be added, which is called a cumulative frequency. Next, find n here. N equals sigma fi. Please remember, n equals sigma fi. That is the sum of all frequencies. Step 3. If n is odd, then very important, in CF column, that is in cumulative frequency column, we have to locate n plus 1 by 2th term. Suppose this n plus 1 by 2 is not available exactly. In that case, just greater than n plus 1 by 2, we have to locate in CF column, and the corresponding xi, that is the corresponding observation corresponding to this value, the corresponding observation gives you the median. Suppose if n is even, in that case we have to locate n by 2 in CF column. If n by 2 is not available, what will you do? Just greater than n by 2 you have to locate, and the corresponding observation is to be noted down. Similarly, n by 2 plus 1th value should be located, If this is not exactly available, just greater than this value is to be located in cumulative frequency column, and then the corresponding observation is to be populated. So finally the median will be the observation corresponding to n by 2 and the observation corresponding to n by 2 plus 1. The average of those two values gives you the median. Therefore I have written here median is equal to half into bracket n by 2th term, or whatever that you locate n by 2, the corresponding observation for n by 2 plus corresponding observation for n by 2 plus 1. These two are to be located in CF column, and the corresponding observations are to be added, divided by 2. That is what the median is basically. So it is better to illustrate with an example so that you can find it very clearly. See, in R.D. Sharma the method is little different, but I go by the textbook over here, and therefore this methodology is adopted. That is n is equal to odd or even, because generally for raw data n is equal to even or odd, that comes into picture. But definitely for frequency distribution table such as this data, we can calculate the median by using an odd and even formula. So it is similar to the raw data which we studied. So let us take the example over here. Find the median of the following data. Marks have been given here, which are denoted as observations here. Xi 20 marks, 25, 28, 29, 33, 38, 42, 43. Number of students gives the frequency 6, 20, 24, like this. Okay. Now we need to find out the cumulative frequency first of all. What is the cumulative frequency? 6 as it is. You know already how to prepare this. Then 20 plus 6, 26. 26 plus 24, 50. 50 plus 28, 78. 78 plus 15, 78 plus 10, 88. 88 for 92, 93, 97, 99, 100. And therefore the total cumulative frequency is 100, means here this also should be 100. Sum of all these frequencies, whatever that we have added is what we have got it here. So if you add all these things, this is n is equal to sigma fi is equal to 100. Here important, n equals 100, which is even. If it is even, that means we have to take this help of this formula here. We have to locate n by 2 in CF column and identify the corresponding observation. So n by 2 here is equal to n by 2 equals 100 by 2, which is 50. Locate 50 in CF column. Is it available? Yes, it is available. And therefore observation corresponding to n by 2 is 28 here. Is it right? Observation corresponding to this 50, we have located n by 2 in the CF column, and observations corresponding to 50 is 28. So I'll write over here observation corresponding to n by 2 is equal to 28. Now what else we want? N by 2 plus 1. N by 2 plus 1 is equal to 51. So locate 51 over here. Is 51 available? No. What is to be done? Just greater than 51. Just greater than 51. Just greater than 51 in this column is 78, and therefore the observation corresponding to 78 is this one, 29. 29. Okay. So observation corresponding to, and therefore I'll write, therefore corresponding observation is equal to, what is that? 29. 29. Therefore median is equal to median. Your textbook what has written? Just a moment. And therefore median is equal to half into bracket 50th observation plus 51st observation, okay, which is equal to half. What is the 50th observation? Observation corresponding to 50 is 28 plus observation corresponding to 51 is 29, which is equal to, this is half of 28 plus 29 is nothing but 28.5. Therefore median is equal to 28.5. So this is how we can calculate the median if n is, what is that, if the total sigma fi is 100 here. Now you can make a note of this right now, okay, note it down, because I am going to erase part of this one and I will slightly modify such that we get the number of observations, whatever that sigma f here, we will make it odd. When we make it odd, what will be the corresponding median? We will try to find it out. So I hope you have noted down, or pause the video now and note it down. Okay, fine, good. Now what I will do here is example, next example it is, you can change this example 1 or example 2, whatever this is. Find the median of the following data. यहाँ पे एक काम करता हूँ, this I'll make it 26 and this I'll make it 16. Let us see what happens. Okay, so everything shall I erase now? I hope you must have noted down. I'm changing the data now a little bit and we'll try to find out the median in this case. Let us see. Okay, fine. So find the median of marks obtained and the number of students who have obtained these marks. We have to find out the median of this data. Step number 1, first we have to find out the cumulative frequency, and this entire table is called cumulative frequency distribution table. So let us find out the cumulative frequency. 6 as it is, 26, 50, 76 plus 10, 86, 92, 92 plus 4, 96, 96 plus 2, 98, 98 plus 1, 99, and therefore here n is equal to sigma fi is equal to 99. So here n equals 99, which is odd, and therefore what is the formula? Look here, if n is odd, then in the CF column locate n plus 1 by 2 or just greater than n plus 1 by 2, and the corresponding observation is the median here, and therefore I will write here median is equal to value of observation corresponding to n plus 1 by 2. So which is equal to, what is n plus 1 by 2 here? This is capital N. Okay, so here I will work it out. N plus 1 by 2 is equal to 99 plus 1 by 2, which is 100 by 2, which is 50. Okay, so value corresponding to 50th observation 50th value corresponding to 50 in CF column. I'll write 50 in CF column so that you can understand also. So value corresponding to 50 in CF column. Check here, is it 50 available? Yes, 50 is directly available. What is that then? 28, and therefore which is equal to 28. Suppose if this is something like 52 or something, in that case just greater than 52 will be 76, corresponding observation is 29. In that case median will be 29. So I hope you know how to find out. I hope you understand how to find out based on sigma fi, whether it is odd or even, how to calculate the median of the entire distribution with respect to the discrete frequency distribution table. Okay, so make a note of these things. Please make a note of this. Now we'll study the median for grouped data. In group data we are going for exclusive data, and if inclusive data is there, convert it to exclusive and then you can proceed. What are the steps here? Very important. Please make all these steps, write all the steps properly and try to understand. See here, I'll explain. Step 1, prepare a cumulative frequency column and obtain n, which is sigma fi. Step 2, find n by 2. Step 3, in CF column, in CF column is cumulative frequency column, locate n by 2. If n by 2 is exactly not available, then locate just greater than n by 2 and mark the entire row as median class. You have to mark that entire row as median class. Step 4, use the formula to calculate the median here. Median is represented by ME, which is equal to small l plus n by 2 minus CF into h divided by f. What are these parameters? Different parameters. Here L is the lower limit of the median class, here this one, and n by 2 as it is we can calculate it. What is n by 2? N by 2 sigma fi divided by 2, and next is h here, this h is class width of the median class. Then CF, this CF is very important. This CF is, here it is written, CF of class preceding to median class. So while we solve the example, we'll identify this one. So CF is to be located, and then the frequency, F is the frequency of the median class. So L is the lower limit of the median class, H is the class width, n by 2 you can obtain, CF is the CF of class preceding to the median class, and F is the frequency of the median class. Once if you obtain all this information, substitute the values and get the answer. Exercise number 14.3, question number 1, as an example we'll consider. So here this is the monthly consumption of consumers, and here the number of consumers. So monthly consumption, give me the book here. What is that monthly consumption I have written, or where is the textbook? You have a textbook? Just a moment. 14 point. Yeah, here the following distribution, frequency distribution gives the monthly consumption of electricity of 68 consumers. Yes, this is the monthly consumption, means it is the electricity consumption, that is in number of units. So I'll write that also. This class interval, monthly consumption of units, basically consumption, that is units of electricity, and which is nothing but the class interval. Okay, so monthly consumption of electricity in terms of units is given and the number of consumers is given. What is the question asked? Find the median of the given distribution. Of course, the question asked is to find out the all median, mode as well as mean. But I will take this example as the grouped distribution for calculating the median. So what is the next step in this one? We know the class intervals, which are monthly consumption units and number of consumers. Next step is to find out the cumulative frequency column. So let us find out that one. 4, 5 plus 4, 9, 22, 42, 56, 56, 8, no, I think 4, 9, 22, 42, 14, 14 is 42 ಹೊತ್ತು 52 4 56 8 64, so 56 plus 8 64 plus 4 68. I don't know whether it is correct or not. Yeah, it is 68. Let me check it whether it is correct. Yeah, it is 68 given. So what is that we require over here? Sigma Fi is required. Is equal to 68. Let us follow the steps now. Step 1, prepare cumulative frequency column and obtain n equals sigma Fi. N equals sigma Fi is equal to 68. Step 2, find n by 2. N by 2 is equal to 68 by 2, which is 34. Okay. Step 3, in CF column, in that last frequency, cumulative frequency column, locate n by 2 or just greater than n by 2 and identify and mark as the entire horizontal row as a median class. 34 not available, but just greater than 34 is 42 here, and therefore this entire row as a median class. This is the median class. Immediately after the median class, in order to obtain CF here, CF of the class preceding to the median class, we have to mark CF here. Where do you mark? This one, like this. And this is CF. All other informations are hidden in this L-shaped diagram. Everything is available except this n by 2. N by 2 is available over here. Now, from this one, we know the formula. We require L, n by 2, CF, F, H. All these things are required. So first I will populate the values, then write the formula, or I will write the formula first, then populate the values and substitute. So what is the median is equal to? Here I will write median is equal to L plus n by 2 minus CF into H divided by F. Okay, fine. Let me populate the values over here. What is that I require? L. Lower limit of the median class interval. Median class interval is 125 to 145. Lower limit is 125. Okay. Then I want n by 2, which is 34. Then I want CF. CF is equal to 22. Then I want H. H is the class width of the median class. 125, 145 minus 125, which is 20. 145 minus 125. Okay, therefore H is equal to 20. 125 plus 20 is 145. What else is required? F I require. F is the frequency. This frequency here, this is the frequency of the median class. So 20 is the frequency of the median class. So all the information is available. Simply substitute these values, get the median. That is the answer. So here median is equal to L 125 plus into bracket n by 2 34 minus CF is 22 into H is 20, the whole divided by frequency is also 20. This 20 cancels, so median is equal to 125 plus 34 minus 22. That is how much it is? 12. And therefore median is equal to 137. Check it. 137. 125 plus 12, 137. Therefore, finally you can write median of given distribution is equal to ME equals 137 units. So if you look at over here, 137 units is the one that will divide the entire observations into two equal parts. Where does it lie 137? If your answer need to be correct, check once again in which class interval the median lies. 137 lies between 125 to 145. Here it lies. So your answer is correct. How do you say that it is correct? This is the median class, and the median that we find must lie in the median class. Suppose if you get a median which is between 145 to 165, somewhere over here, in that case the median that you calculate is wrong, because that is not lying in the median class. So this is the cross verification where your answer is correct or not, you can check it. Okay, so this is how we can find out the median for the grouped frequency distribution data. So there are three different methods of calculations of median: for raw data, for discrete frequency data, which is also called ungrouped data, and finally for grouped data. So make a note of all these things. Yes students, I think you have understood how to calculate the median. So far you must be familiar with calculations of mean as well as median. Now the third measurement of central tendency, which is called the mode. What is mode? It is the most frequently occurring observation. In simple terms, the most frequently occurring observation is called its mode. So for raw data and tabulated data, or discrete frequency distribution table, distribution. I hope you understand what is discrete frequency distribution table, which is also called ungrouped frequency distribution table, or also it is called tabulated data according to ICSE syllabus. So for raw data and discrete frequency distribution table, it is absolutely same. It is simple and absolutely same. So let me take one example here and then we'll find out. Directly I'll take the example here from R.D. Sharma. Find the mode of the following data. Find mode of following data. What is that example here? I'll take this example. 120, 110, 120, 110, 130, 130, 110, 120, 110, 120, 140, 120, 140, 120. So what you can do here is note down these xi as observations and how many times this has repeated, its frequency. Then it is very easy to decide upon what is the mode of this distribution. So what I will do here is the value is generally xi and frequency is fi. So 120, first I'll write 120. How many times? 1, 2, 3. It is 3 times. It has repeated 3 times. Next comes 110. How many times? 1, 2, that's all, 2 times. Next 130. 130 is how many times? Only 1 time. Next is 110, already done. 120, already done. 140. 140, only 1 time. Okay. So is it possible to find out which is the most frequently occurring observation here? 120 is repeating 3 times, and therefore here mode is equal to, the value of the mode is 120, because it has repeated maximum number of times this observation. Therefore 120 is the most frequently occurring observation, hence mode is 120. What is that? Mode is 120. Now let me take the discrete frequency distribution. One example, we'll solve it there. this is for raw data. Okay, I'll put the title over here. Of course, by looking at this one, you should be able to understand that this is a raw data. Now we'll go for discrete frequency distribution table. So observation, which is represented by xi, and frequency, which is represented by fi. Okay, let me give one example here. 14, 15, something this I am taking randomly. These are the weights of the ornaments, you can say. What are these things? These can be considered to be the weights of the ornaments. Say for example 14 gram, 15 gram, something like that. Okay, weights of the ornaments also you can consider. So 14, 15, 16, 18, 20 and 25 grams. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 observations. So this is 1, 3, 1, 3, 8, 2, 5, 6. This is the data given. These are the weights of the ornaments in grams. You can also say weights of the ornaments in grams and the number of ornaments. I hope you are able to understand this one. I am not writing over here. This could be anything over here, and therefore observations and then the frequency. So what is the mode of this data if it is given to you? Check for the frequency. The highest frequency is this one. So mark this, and therefore 16 is the observation that is recurring maximum number of times, that is 8 times, hence the mode is 16. Mode is equal to 16. I hope you are understanding why it is 16. 16 is the observation that repeats maximum number of times out of all the given observations, and hence the mode is 16. I think now I'll have to take up the next one now. That is we have to calculate the mode for grouped frequency distribution, or it is also called exclusive data. We'll try to get it for exclusive data. If at all, if we get inclusive data, that needs to be converted to exclusive. Okay, that is by default. So make a note of all these things in detail. Now let us study the how to calculate the mode for grouped data. See here, step 1, identify the modal class. Very simple. In the frequency will be given to you. So that class interval becomes the modal class whose frequency is highest. That is simple. Step 2, use the formula to calculate the mode here. Mode equals L plus F1 minus F0 divided by 2F1 minus F0 minus F2 into H. The whole into H will be there, but generally I write this H over here because sometimes if I write this H outside this curly bracket, then students will calculate this one and then finally they multiply with H. Some students do like that. In order to avoid such mistakes, I am taking H inside the bracket in the numerator over here. So this is the formula. What are these parameters over here? L is the lower limit of the modal class, H is the class width of the modal class, and here F1 is the frequency of the modal class, F0 is the frequency preceding to the modal class, and F2 is the frequency succeeding to the modal class. So once if you obtain all these values, simply substitute and you should be able to get the answer. So I am taking one example over here, and this is the number of patients which have been admitted to the hospital, and number of patients have been categorized based on the age. So age between 5 and 15, 6 patients, 15 to 25 age, 11 patients, 25 to 35, 21 patients, age limit from 35 to 45, 23, 45 to 55, 14, 55 to 65, 5. We have to calculate over here the mode of the patients. Matlab, you have to find out the mode of the age. That means which particular age patients are more is what we have to find out in this case. So we'll go by the steps here. First one, identify the modal class. How to identify the modal class? 6, 11, 21, 23. highest frequency is 23 and therefore I will mark this entire row as modal class. ओके इसको हम लोग यहाँ पे लिखेंगे modal class. You can highlight this also. It's a modal class. After that one, use the formula. But in the formula, I require this F1, F0, F2. So it is in the increasing order F0, F1, F2. So immediately after the modal class, you have to mark another two frequencies. One is this frequency and another is this frequency. Immediately after identifying the modal class, mark one frequency above, mark one frequency below. Now how to identify F0, F1, F2 here? This is F0, this is F1, 0, 1, 2. Next is F2. 0, 1, 2. F0, F1, F2. So let me populate the values over here. What else values I require? Let me write the formula first and then the populate. Mode is given by MO is equal to L plus into bracket. This is F1 minus F0 into H divided by 2 F1 minus F0 minus F2. Okay, I'll populate the values here. F1 is equal to, F1 is 23 here. F2 first, okay, I'll go by F0 21, this one, F1 23 frequency, then F2 equals 14. Next, what else is required? L is required. L is the lower limit of the modal class interval. 35 to 45 is the modal class interval, 35 is the lower limit. What else? H is the class width of the modal class, 45 minus 35, which is 10. 45 minus 35, which is 10. What else is required? Okay, I think you can substitute the value and get the answer. So therefore, mode is equal to L here, L is 35 plus into bracket F1 minus F0, 23 minus 21, 23 minus 21 into H is 10, the whole divided by 2 F1, 2 into F1 is 23 minus F0 is 21 minus F2 is 14. Okay, which is equal to 35 plus into bracket 23 minus 21, which is 2 into 10, 20 divided by 23 into 2, 46 minus 21 plus 14, how much? 35, which is equal to 35, or I'll write here below, 35 plus 20 divided by 6 minus 5, 1, 4 minus 3, 1, which is equal to 35 plus 11 ones are 1.988 88 11 9 88 1.81, which is equal to 36.81 should be your mode. Let me check the answer. I think I have calculated. Let me check it. Yeah, 36.81, and this is the mode here, or you can write 36.8. Now, how do you confirm that it is correct or not? Check whether the calculated mode lies in the modal class. It is 35 to 45. Our answer is 36.8, and hence it lies between the modal class. Lies within the modal class, and hence our answer is correct. So I hope you understand how to calculate the mode for grouped frequency distribution also. So make a note of all this one. And one more important concept is there. That concept is with respect to median, that is the less than, and how to prepare the less than frequency distribution table and more than frequency distribution table, especially in group data. That also we'll try to cover it. So first make a note of all these things. Now we'll study another two different concepts which are called less than type cumulative frequency distribution table and more than type cumulative frequency distribution table. Even though in the current syllabus the ogive curves have been deleted, we can expect the sums on finding out the medians if the distribution table given to you is of less than type or more than type. So in order to understand, or in order to solve the median, in order to find the median, if you have been given the distribution which is of less than type and more than type, you should exactly know what is this less than type and more than type of frequency distribution. So what we will do here is, I'll take one example first, where we will prepare the less than type frequency distribution table, and from the given data once again we'll try to extract the informations that are required to find out the median. Now I hope you are understanding what I am talking. See, let us try to prepare the less than type cumulative frequency distribution table from the given data first, and then I'll continue further. Let's see here. Title: to prepare less than type cumulative frequency distribution table. Less than type means it is less than upper limits for class intervals. You will be given class intervals and frequency. Okay. So in order to prepare the less than cumulative frequency distribution table, less than means it is less than upper limits. Weights of the ornaments in grams have been given here, and the number of ornaments. For example, 0 to less than 5 grams, it is 8 ornaments are there. 5 to 10, 6 ornaments. 10 to 15 grams, 12 ornaments. 15 to 20, 4 ornaments. Isn't it? And this is a continuous data or exclusive data where the upper limits are excluded, that you know already. Now here less than table we will prepare. This is less than one column here, and then the cumulative frequency. We have to prepare the less than type of cumulative frequency distribution table. These are the two columns given to you. So I have added extra column here, that is called less than. Less than what? Upper limits I'll write. Less than upper limits. Okay. What are the upper limits of these class intervals? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So less than 5, this one. This is less than 10, less than 15, less than 20, less than 25, less than 30. So less than upper limits have been created as one particular column. Now what is the cumulative frequency? How many articles will be lying in less than 5 grams, less than 10 grams, less than 15 grams is what we need to prepare this one. So from here, less than 5 grams, there are 8 articles, and therefore for the cumulative frequency less than 5 grams, there are 8 articles. Less than 10 grams includes less than 5 grams also. So less than 10 grams, 5 to 10 grams is 6, and 0 to 5 grams is 8. So less than 10 grams is 8 plus 6, 14 articles. Less than 15 grams, from 0 to 15 grams, whatever the number of articles are there, all their sums are to be added. So 8 plus 6 plus 12. Instead of that, I can take this 14 plus 12. So 14 plus 12 is equal to 26. Less than 20 grams, how many articles are there? All these. 4 plus 12 plus 6 plus 18. Already the three sums are given here as 26. 26 plus 4, 40. 30 here. Now, less than 25 grams, 30 plus 7, 37. Less than 30 grams, 37 articles plus 3 articles gives you 40 articles. So this is how we prepare the less than cumulative frequency distribution table. Now, what is the difference between this one and that you prepared the cumulative frequency distribution table in finding out the median? Both are same, isn't it? say frequency is as is 8 as it is here. 8 plus 6, 14, 14 plus 12, 26, 26 plus 4, 30, 30 plus 7, 37, 37 plus 3, 40. So normally the cumulative frequency distribution that we prepare while finding out the median, that cumulative frequency distribution table is nothing but it is a less than type of cumulative frequency distribution table. So I hope you have understood how to prepare this chart. This is called the cumulative distribution less than type of cumulative distribution table. Now what is the use? Why I am talking about this now? Actually this type of table is required in order to plot ogive curves, but this year the ogive curves have been taken out. But why do we have to study this one? This is because, you know, in finding out the medians, you will be given this particular data. This particular data will be given to you, and from this particular data you have to find out the median, and hence I am taking how to prepare this less than, and to make you understand what is less than type of cumulative frequency distribution table, and if you are given less than type frequency distribution, from this how to extract the class intervals and how to extract the frequency and how to find out the median. That is what we need to study. So this part you have understood clearly. Now find median from following distribution. From following distribution. Less than, and weights here, weights I'll write, weights in grams, that is less than, and number of ornaments. Okay, weights less than and number of ornaments. So less than 5, less than 10, less than 15, less than 20, less than 25, and finally less than 30. So less than 5 grams, 10 grams, 15 grams, 20 grams, 25, 30 grams. This is given to you. What is that is given? 8, 14, 26, 30, 37, 40. This is how a table is given to you, and from this you have to extract, from this you have to find out the median. So now you know very well that how this less than is prepared. Now less than type of cumulative frequency distribution is given to you, and from this you have to extract the class intervals and the frequency. Why? In order to find out the median, dear students, the formula of the median requires the class intervals and the frequency. Without that you cannot find out the median, because see here in the median, the formula of the median I'll write ME equals L plus, I'll write here, median is equal to L plus into bracket N by 2 minus CF the whole divided by F, this into H. This is the formula. Here L is the lower limit of the median class, lower limit of the median class interval, whereas F is the frequency of the median class interval. So unless we have a class intervals and the frequency table, it is not possible to find out the median for a given distribution. So this is the given distribution, and from this I have to prepare a chart that contains the class intervals and the frequency and the cumulative frequency, because cumulative frequency is a must in order to find out the median, because this CF is to be extracted. CF is nothing but the cumulative frequency just preceding to the median class, isn't it? And therefore this is the given data, and let us see how to prepare from this the required chart to find out the median. So here itself below I'll write it. I'll try to extract this part I'll keep it for calculations. Now, from this chart, I have to find out the what is that? I have to prepare one chart. That chart is nothing but should consist of class intervals, frequency, and cumulative frequency. Let's see now how to do this. Weights. Listen very carefully, okay? Weights in grams, and then here number of ornaments, that is frequency I write, and finally cumulative frequency, CF. These are the three columns that are required. How to get the class intervals over here? These are nothing but class intervals, CI. See here, in the less than chart, this is the starting point. Less than 5 is the first statement, then comes less than 10. The difference of these two is nothing but the class width. 10 minus 5 is 5, and that is the class width. Less than, these are upper limits. So upper limit minus class size gives you lower limit. What is the class size over here? 10 minus 5, 5 is the class size. These are upper limits. Upper limits minus class size gives you the lower limit. So what I will write? These are the upper limits which I know. So first class upper limit is 5. 5 here. Okay. Dash. I need lower limit. Subtract the class size from this upper limit. Class size, how do you find out? Take the subsequent classes over here and get the difference of this. 15 minus 10, 5. 20 minus 15, 5. 25 minus 20, 5. So the class size is 5 here. Class width is 5. Subtract from upper limit the class width. 5 minus 5, 0. Therefore this is 0. Now less than 10, 10 is upper limit. Subtract class size in upper limit. 10 minus 5, 5. Next, upper limit is 15. Okay. 15 minus 5, 10. Next is 20. 20 minus 5, 15. Next is 25. 25 minus 5 is 20. Next is 30. 30 minus 5 is 25. So this is how I obtained a particular class interval. Now how do I obtain the frequency over here? Check here. Less than 5 means 0 to 5 grams, 8. Yes, frequency is 8. Next, less than 10 is 14. So less than 10, 14 also includes less than 5, and therefore 5 to 10 is nothing but 14 minus 8. So 14 minus 8 is 6. Next is 14 minus 8, 6. Next is 26 minus 14, which is 12. Next is 30 minus 26, which is 4. Next is 37 minus 30, which is 7. And finally 40 minus 37, which is 3 here. I hope you are able to clearly understand how did I prepare this chart. Class interval, number of ornaments, 0 to 5, 8, 5 to 10, 6, 10 to 15, 12, 15 to 24, 20 to 25, 7, 25 to 30, 3. Isn't it? So now cumulative frequency, this is as it is 8 here, 8 plus 6, 14, 14 plus this 26, and this is 30, 30, 30 plus 7, 37 plus 3, 40. So the table that is required for the preparation of or to find out the median, whatever the table is required, that is done here. The table that is required for finding out the median is done. Okay. Now I converted this table to this table. From this I'll find out the median. What are the requirements? Median formula is there here. I have to identify the median class, for which n I should know. N equals 40 here, because sigma fi is nothing but n here. Next, n by 2, which is 40 by 2, which is equal to 20. Locate 20 in CF column. 20 is there? No, 14 is there. So either 20 or just greater than 20. Just greater than 20 is 26 here, and therefore this is the median class. this entire thing I'll mark it as a median class. I hope you are able to understand this. And this is a median class. Median class. Immediately after the median class, in the CF column, we have to identify, mark one more class CF. This is a CF here. This is the cumulative frequency preceding to the median class. So I have marked the median class based on n by 2. Just greater than 20 I located, either 20 or greater than 20. Here it is greater than 20, which is 26. Corresponding class interval and corresponding frequency have been earmarked. So the entire row has been earmarked as median class. Now let us populate the other values. L here. L is the lower limit of the median class, which is 10 here. Next is n by 2. N by 2 equals 20. Next is CF. CF is the cumulative frequency preceding to the median class, which is 14 here. And then comes F. Frequency is the frequency of the median class here. This is the frequency of the median class, 12. See here. This is the frequency F here. So F is equal to 12. Anything is required? H is required. H is the class size of the median class. H is equal to 5 because class width is 5 here. So only from this distribution I could extract all the information that is required to find out the median. All this information has been extracted from this. So how did you prepare this table? Based on the given less than type of frequency distribution table. And please remember, always whenever they give the less than frequency distribution table, even though it is number of ornaments given over here, you must understand that this is a cumulative frequency, and therefore by subtracting from first as it is, then 14 minus 8, 26 minus 14, 30 minus 26, 37 minus 30, 40 minus 37, all this gives you the frequency. Once you know the frequency, once you can form the cumulative frequency and extract all the values that is required to find out the median and find out the median. So let us find the median now. Median is equal to L plus into bracket n by 2 minus CF the whole divided by F into H. Okay, which is equal to L is how much? 10 plus into bracket n by 2 is 20 minus CF is 14 into H is 5 the whole divided by frequency F. F is 12 here. 8 plus 6 plus 12, correct, 12. Okay, which is equal to 10 plus 14, 6 into 5 divided by 12, 6 ones are 6 twos are, and 2 ones are 2.5 are, which is equal to 10 plus 2.5, which is 12.5. So the median is 12.5 here. Median is 12.5. Is that right? So in order to find out the median from the given data, we need to understand what exactly is the less than type of cumulative frequency distribution table, and if we are given the less than type of cumulative frequency distribution table, something like that, we should be able to extract from that the class intervals, the frequency, and of course one more column, cumulative frequency, which is as it is less than type, that we can note it down. Once if we note down, populate the values of all the parameters required in the median, and you can find out the median. So I hope this you have understood. Now you compare this chart and this chart over here, exactly same, 0 to 5 8, 5 to 10 6. This chart and this chart is same. You got it? So from this we could prepare and find out the median. I hope you have understood. You have understood very clearly how to find out the median of such distributions. Note down this first. I hope the first type you have understood, that is how to prepare the less than cumulative frequency distribution table and how to find out the median if that kind of table is given to you. One more type is there, that is called more than type of cumulative frequency distribution table. First let us understand how to prepare more than type cumulative frequency distribution table, and next if you have been given more than type of series, how to find out the median. So these are the given data. I am taking the same example here which we considered for the previous case. Weights of the ornaments and the number of ornaments have been given over here. 0 to 5 8 ornaments, 5 to 10 grams 6 ornaments, 10 to 15 grams 12 ornaments, and 20 to 25, 7 ornaments. Between 25 to 30 grams, 3 ornaments. What is more than type of series? More than type means more than or equal to lower limits of class intervals. More than or equal to lower limits of class intervals. And therefore, under the header more than type, we write more than or equal to lower limits 0, more than or equal to lower limit 5, more than or equal to lower limit 10. So, more than or equal to all these lower limits. Why did I include here equal to? Because in the class intervals the lower limits are included. Why I did not include the upper limits earlier? I said only less than. I did not say less than or equal to upper limits, because upper limits in continuous data are excluded, and therefore in case of less than type, less than upper limits, and in case of more than type, more than or equal to lower limits. I hope you understand very clearly why it is so. Next, how to prepare the cumulative frequency? Look here, more than or equal to 0 grams. That means more than 0 grams. How many articles are there total? Total articles I have to add from there to here. 40 articles are there. And 5 to more than 5 grams, from here to all this I have to add. More than 10, from here to all this I have to add. So, how to prepare this chart? Please remember, I adopt one principle called bottoms up. Bottoms up. The meaning of this bottoms up is, while preparing the cumulative frequency chart, go from bottom to top. Very simple. See here, 3 as it is, right here, 3 as it is. Logic also I will explain. The number of ornaments more than or equal to 25 grams are only 3 here, because 3 articles are there. Okay. More than 20, more than or equal to 20, that should include more than 25 also. More than 27, and that should include 25 to 30 also, plus 3, 7 plus 3, 10. Therefore, 3 here. Next is 3 plus 7, 10. 10 plus 4, 14. 14 plus 12, 26. 26 plus 6, 32. 32 plus 8, 40. That's all. So this is called the bottoms up process. While preparing the less than type, in order to prepare the cumulative frequency, we came from top to bottom, isn't it? Now it is from bottom to top. See here, 3 as it is, 3 plus 7. This 3 plus 7, 10, 10 plus 4, 14, 14 plus 12, 26, 26 plus 6, 32, 32 plus 8, 40. That's all. This is how we can prepare the more than type of cumulative frequency distribution table from the given class intervals and the frequency. Good, you have understood this. Next is, we'll take the problem now. That problem is something like this. You have to find the median now. Question is, find the median from the following distribution. Find the median from the following distribution. Here it is given more than or equal to, more than or equal to, and here number of ornaments. So more than or equal to 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. More than 0, more than 5, more than 10, more than 15, more than 20, more than or equal to 30. No, 30 is not there, only up to 25. We'll take it, more than up to 25. How many ornaments are there? This is what it is given to you. 40, 32, 26, 14, 10, 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6 just a moment किधर है more than or equal to 0 5 10 15 20 and 25. This is what is given to you. Number of ornaments. Here this is 40 32 26 14 10 3. Good. So if you put a table there, it is very easy to populate the values. Next, how to find out from this distribution the median. So let us find that one. How to find out the median from that. So bottoms up, remember, here I'll write method to find out this one. Anyway, we are not concerned about the bottoms up now because we know already how to do that, but our problem is totally different. Okay, fine. क्या करना है अभी? We have to extract from that cumulative frequency. We have to extract from that class interval frequency and cumulative frequency, because this is the standard table that is to be prepared always whenever we need to find out the median. This data is given. Check now how to prepare the normal table to find out the median. Here I'll prepare that. Weights in grams, which is nothing but class interval. Next comes frequency, which is Fi. Fi is the subscript, and then comes cumulative frequency, which is Cf. Now take the difference of this, that is the class size. Okay, class size is 5 or class width is 5. More than or equal to, all these are lower limits. Okay, first one, lower limit 0, because more than or equal to lower limit. What is the class size? 5. Add to the lower limit. 0 plus 5, 5 here. I have added. Here also I will make on this thing. So first class interval 0 to 5. Next, more than or equal to, lower limit is 5. Upper limit, add a 5 to that one. That is the class size to the lower limit. Add it. 10. Next, class size is 10. Not class size. Next, lower limit is 10. Add 5 to this one. 15. Next, more than 15. More than lower limit. For that, all these are lower limit. 15 plus 5. 15 plus 5, 20. 20 plus 5, 20 plus 5, 25. Add this one here. Next, lastly, 25 lower limit plus 5, 30. Added. So these are the class intervals which is prepared. Once again, I'll explain. The class size is the difference of these. Any one, for example, any two consecutive numbers, 10 minus 5, 5, 15 minus 10, 5, 20 minus 15, 5. These are lower limits. Add a 5 to all these lower limits and get the upper limits. That is what it is done over here. Next, frequency. How do you extract frequency from that? It is the same as earlier process. 40 is there. 40 minus 32 is the first frequency. 40 minus 32. What is that? 40 minus 32, which is 8 is the first frequency. 32 minus 26, 6 is the second frequency. 26 minus 14, 40 minus 32, 32 minus 26, 26 minus 14. How much it is? 12. 14 minus 10, 4. 10 minus 7, 10 minus 3, 7. And 3 minus what? 3 minus 0. And therefore that is 3 as it is. I hope you understood. Once again, the first frequency, that is 0 to 5 is here. 0 to 5 is 40 minus 32 comes over here, 8. Next is 32 minus 26, 6. 26 minus 14, 12. 14 minus 10, 4. 10 minus 3, 7. 3 minus 0, 3. This is how we can get it. Once if you get this one, cumulative frequency, that you know how to prepare. 8 as it is. 8 plus 6, 14. 14 plus 12, 26. 26 plus 4, 30. 30 plus 7, 37. 37 plus 3, 40. Is it right? Okay, next. What is n is equal to? N equals sigma fi. Just a minute, I'll mark this. Okay, to segregate that and this now. Okay, ठीक है. Now, cumulative frequency is given. N by 2 we have to find out. N equals sigma fi equals how much? Sigma fi, all this is put together is nothing but 40 here, because 40. N by 2 is equal to 20. What else we want? I'll write the median formula first, then we'll populate the values. Median is equal to L plus into bracket N by 2 minus Cf into H divided by F. Okay, L equals, but before that I have to have a median class. Where is the median class here? N by 2 is 20 and 20 is not there, and therefore above 20 is just greater than 20 is 26, this one. So this is the median class. I'll mark this as median class. Median class. The moment you mark the median class, immediately the top frequency should be marked as CF. This is CF. I hope you are able to understand. इसको थोड़ा सा अच्छा तरह टेबल बनाना चाहिए था, but it's okay. I hope you understand this one. So this is median class and this is CF. यहाँ पे populate करेंगे value L. L equals lower limit of median class, which is 10. Okay. Next, N by 2, 20. CF is equal to 14. And F, the frequency of the median class. This is the median class, and another frequency, this is 12. So this is the frequency of the median class, which is 12. और क्या चाहिए? H चाहिए. H is the class width, which is 5. So we'll substitute the value here. Median is equal to L is 10 plus into bracket N by 2 minus CF. N by 2 is 20 minus CF is 14 into H, 5 divided by 12. So this is equal to 10 plus 20 minus 14 is 6 into 5 divided by 12. 6 ones are 6 twos are, and this is 10 plus 2.5, which equals 12.5. So 12.5 is the median. Is it correct? This is the median class, and 12.5 is between 10 and 15. Therefore our answer is also correct. So this is how we can prepare the distribution table, that is the table that is required for median from the given more than type of distribution table. So please remember, even though the ogive curves are not there, definitely such data will be given to you and you will be asked to find out the median, for which ये थोड़ा exercises वगैरह करना पड़ेगा. Practice these things a lot, and I hope you should be able to understand. Okay. Finally, I have one empirical formula for which relates the measurements of 3 central tendencies. With that, I'll end the lecture over here. First, you make a note of this one. Okay, उसके बाद वो discussion करेंगे. Note down this. Yeah. Finally, we need to understand the empirical relationship between mean, median and mode, which are the 3 central tendencies. So 3 times median is equal to 2 times mean plus mode. 3, 2, 1, I can remember that way. What is that? 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1 here. Coefficient, if you look at, it is 1 only. So median is very important, and then comes mean. See if you can construct some acronym so that you will be able to remember. 3 times median equals 2 times mean plus mode. Okay, so with this I'll end the lecture over here. In my next class, I'll be taking up some important numericals from RDS, from textbook, and also few numericals from exemplar. So let us end the lecture over here. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next lecture.